Hey everybody, I'm Ross. This is Jamie from Tait Real Estate. And to help celebrate our 100th episode of Thirsty Thursdays, we've put together a draw. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. This is sort of what we think is the essential bartender's kit for you to sort of be a professional amateur cocktail maker.
Professional amateur.
Yeah,
good word.
So the first thing that we can recommend is the Bartender's Bible on cocktails. It's, believe it or not, you can use Google, but
you're gonna want the book.
It's a great book. It has 3,000 recipes in there. It's got lots of photos. It gives the ingredients, the directions on how to make it, and even sort of the origins on where it came from. And in the back, it even sort of separates out a particular alcohol and then the drinks that you can make with it. It's really good. And then there's also a rating system. So it goes from 5 to 1 stars, and it's a great sort of resource to use in any sort of bartender's kit. So let's talk about a few of the tools that we use in most of our Thirsty Thursdays.
Okay, so we're including the Boston shaker.
Okay.
We've used many a shaker. This is the shaker. Especially if you're doing anything with like egg white that somehow tends to explode on occasion. This has a nice rubber seal around it that doesn't make the explosion happen, at least in your face as much.
It's also got a little bit of a measurer on there. You can see the color, and it's kind of cool. You've seen the ones that, like on James Bond where they're metal on metal, and those work, but they have to be really quite expensive. This is a really nice heavy one, so it keeps the ice cold.
It's also pretty expensive, but
yeah, and it seals up really nice because of this rubber seal around there.
Yep. You got the muddler itself.
And the muddler. What does the muddler do, Jamie?
It muddles.
It muddles things up.
So you can use it for mint. A lot of times we use it. Lemons.
Sometimes fruit, if we're making a drink that has that in it.
Yep.
And so we use that.
You have your stir cup, like if you're gonna make a Negroni, this is what you're gonna wanna mix it in. And you can also mix it with your spoon that also has the end on it if you're gonna do the cool alcohol drips.
We've tried to separate.
We're not very good at those
Not yet. But somehow you're supposed to, those drinks that you separate, and they might have 1 or 2 different, 3 different alcohols in there. You can kind of pour it on here and it helps kind of flow. We're not very good at it yet, but this is included in this package. A strainer to help keep
the ice out.
And mint and whatever else. All of these things are fairly essential if you want to sort of start to be a cocktail maker.
And to be essential, we gave you 4 free little bottles of rye, gin, rum, and vodka. So at least I'm thinking you'll be able to get going on a few of the recipes that are in the book right off the bat.
Along with tequila and bourbon, those would sort of be the 6 that you use probably 75% of the time. Obviously there's lots of ingredients and that kind of stuff. Angostura bitters, which we don't have here. Those are sort of part of what you would consider sort of essential.
But these will get you going.
Get you going and let you sort of impress some of your friends. So in order to enter, just follow us on our Facebook and Instagram posts, and you'll be able to find out how
the directions
enter there.
They're all there.
So anyway, we want to thank you for following us for the last 100 episodes of Thirsty Thursday, and to help say thank you for that, we put together this draw. So thanks everyone.
Cheers. See you everybody.